everybody, and welcome to the Your Natural Healer channel. My name is Tammy, for those of you who don't know me. And today is, normally I do the email from your guardian angels on Fridays, but the second Friday of each month, we do our shadow message, all right? So this reading may take a little bit of a more darker turn. In no way it is meant to counsel you or be your therapist. So if that is something you feel you need, there is no shame in seeking out counseling or therapy. I actually advise that for anybody that has some serious issues going on. Tarot and natural healing is not supposed to replace medical treatment in any way. It's supposed to work in conjunction with it. Excuse me. This cough is almost gone. Stupid allergies have been driving me crazy. So anyway, this reading is good from Friday the 13th through the 19th of October. All right. Now, before we get started, really quickly, if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you would consider doing so, please smash that subscribe button. Turn off notifications. I get that. I don't want my phone to blow up either every time a new video or something is released. So do that for any YouTuber you watch. Also, always leave, if you find the information helpful or you like it or whatever, always thumbs up, positive comment, share the videos. It gets the content out there so people that might not have otherwise found the channel can do so. And then also, there's a lot more work goes into this than people realize. So if you don't like somebody's channel or you don't like them or their content, don't leave a thumbs down. Don't leave a negative comment. Don't put that kind of negativity out into the world. Because first of all, there are people that like the stuff you don't like. And by you doing those negative things, it really affects the channel. All right. So if you don't like my channel or anybody else's, just go away. Okay. It is what it is. Excuse me. All right. So let's go ahead. Before we get started, I'm always drawn to a crystal, and this is called aragonite. And this, it's really a cool looking crystal, first of all. And I do sell these in the Your Natural Healer store. At the time of this recording, I'm not sure if I don't have any pieces left. I was going to wait till I sell out before I order more. But aren't these stunning? This is a great grounding stone. Even though it looks really pretty and really cool, this is an actual great root chakra grounding stone for beginners. So if you're interested in adding aragonite to your life, check out the Your Natural Healer store. You can either type in aragonite in the search box or go to products, click on crystals and sort it from A to Z, and it'll be right up there near the top. But just beautiful stuff. All right. So we are going to be working from the deck called the Dark Mirror. This is quite a dark deck. So if it's not something that you're willing to face, then, you might want to stop the video now or, skip this reading this week. So I've already cleansed the cards with sage, but we're going to go ahead and give them an extra cleansing with sound. Okay. And shadow work doesn't always necessarily mean to be negative or horrible things that happen to us. It's just sometimes things that we've pushed really down that we don't like about ourselves that, we need to confront. Now, this is black kyanite, so I am going to tap the cards with the black kyanite. And black kyanite is a protective stone, so that will get rid of any negative energy. And then the white selenite. White selenite is the stone of pure white light. It cleanses our aura and our field. And why it doesn't repel negativity, it does absorb it and turn it into positive. Where the black kyanite, this actually repels negative energy. All right, so this is a smaller deck. And what I'm going to do, for those of you who are new, is I'm going to pull 3 cards, lay them out in a row, left, middle, right, and you're going to use your intuition and choose 1 card. Now, it's critical that you use your intuition. Don't overthink it. This is a great exercise for strengthening that third eye chakra, okay? Now, this will be time-stamped so you can go to your reading. You don't have to watch the whole thing. But once your reading is done, make sure you go to the last timestamp called Reiki Hug, especially after this reading. It is 2 minutes of distance Reiki healing, because I am a Reiki master teacher, that I send to you for whatever you need at the moment that you're watching this, okay? And I think I just hit the tripod maybe, so I apologize about that. All right, so if the reading doesn't resonate with you, I don't want you to freak out, okay? You can always watch it later in the week, or you can get a personal reading. The same thing with this being shadow work. If it triggers something, don't send me nasty emails, which I've gotten before. Oh, you gotta watch your words, you know. If it triggers you, then obviously it struck a nerve. If the reading resonates with you, I usually say place your right hand in your heart, take a deep breath in, and claim it for yourself. Because normally oracle cards are very, I hate to call them rainbow and unicorns, but a lot of the message are more positive. This is going to be more negative, all right? So just your last warning here that this is not going to be a, you know, oh, you're coming into money, or you're meeting the love of your life, or your life is perfect. We're going to pull cards for, you know, some dark things, okay? Nothing bad, nothing dark like negative, you know, or evil stuff. So don't let that scare you. This is just maybe what you need to work on a little bit. All right, so using your intuition. All right. Using your intuition, you're going to select a card, either the left, the middle, or the right. I will see you at your card. And then again for the Reiki Hug. And I'm sorry, I keep hitting the tripod. So if you chose the left card today, your shadow card is Sacrifice. And we see like a lady, she's wearing armor. She's got her little knife. And Sacrifice. This card is associated with the emotion of anger, okay? And anger normally will, obviously it affects the heart chakra, but anger really starts with the the sacral chakra, because our sacral chakra are those raw emotions. And we're supposed to feel these things: anger, hate, jealousy, love, pride, things of that nature. But sometimes raw emotions, if you don't control them, can spiral way out of control. So the sacrifice, we all sacrifice things in our life, whether we sacrifice having a career, or maybe education, or, you know, cars, or a house, or we sacrifice things all the time, whether it's for ourselves or our family or for our job. But I think there's something in your life, whether, you know, and this could be something way in the past or something current, that you sacrificed for, and you resented it quite a bit. And there have been times where, you know, this resentment really does anger you. And again, like I said, this deals with hatred. So maybe it's to the point where it's like hate and disgust and things of that nature. But the thing is, everything in our life, and you've heard me say this before, happens for a reason, okay? So you have to ask yourself why you made the sacrifice, all right? Like a knight, Okay. A knight sacrifices their life for whatever it is that they're fighting for, whether it's, we'll say in this instance with the card, a kingdom. Okay. They are sacrificing their life, and they're sacrificing everything, their family, their home, and their physical, actual life. Okay. And if they're bitter about that and angry about that and have disgust and hatred for doing that, most likely it's going to turn out very, very badly. Okay. So they made the choice for a reason. And it's the same thing in life when we make sacrifices. There's so many times that we sacrifice, whether, like I said, for our job, maybe, we sacrifice a promotion because, we don't want to work the extra hours. Or maybe it's the other way around. You sacrifice your family time and you work all these extra hours because you want all these materialistic things. Okay. So in the end, you need to remember that it's always your choice. Okay. And sacrifice, just like anything we do in life, needs to come from the heart space. So if you're feeling, and like I said, and I do feel that this is what it is that you're really feeling this resentment, this regret. But don't ever regret anything, because no matter what we've done in our life, it has brought us to this point of where we're at now and who we are. We make 1,000 decisions a day, and there's 1,000 more we don't make. And each decision puts us on a different path in our life. So you have to remember that sacrifice, is a matter of choice. And we need to accept that we made the choice. Nobody else forced us. We made the choice. You could always have said no. You could have always said, no, I'm going to do things differently, or I'm not doing this, or whatever the case is. And I'm telling you right here, once you accept the fact that it was your choice, your decision, nobody else made you do it, nobody else forced you into a corner. Once you accept the fact that you made the choice, you made the sacrifice, you're going to find this incredible freedom, because then it's not going to eat at you anymore. And it might not be something that's constantly eating at you. It's probably maybe something that you pushed way, 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 way down. And it doesn't need to be anything major. Maybe it's something in high school you sacrificed having a social life because you wanted to get good grades. And maybe sometimes you sit and regret that choice because, you missed out on dating or, going out and doing things with friends and things of that nature. I'm not saying this is like some life-altering or huge sacrifice, and it may be. So, excuse me, in terms of your energy, when you start to think about it and really fester on it, I do feel that it does affect the root chakra, because it's coming from an anger standpoint. Yes, as I said, raw emotions, sacral, but I think it's taking the most toll on your root chakra. If it is something in the past, you're most likely feeling it in like your left hip, your left knee, anything in the left side from the hip down. If it's something in your current space that that you sacrifice and you're having this issue, then if it's turned into physical pain, you're going to be feeling it more on the right side. So the right hip, the right thigh, right sciatica. For some of you, you may not feel it physically, but it's still affecting that root chakra, okay? My advice to you, one of two things. I mean, if it's really, really super painful and you're really having issues working through it, then seeking counseling there's nothing wrong with that. Going and talking to somebody, because they can help you work through this and learn how to accept it and move forward in your life. But if you continue to just push this down, ignore it, maybe it pops up every once in a while, it's not allowing you to move forward in your life, because you're always got that little bit of seed of regret in you. All right. So the first thing you need to do is accept that it was your choice. Nobody else made you do it. And if you've blamed other people for the sacrifice, then I think you also need to forgive them, because they've done nothing wrong. And that doesn't mean you need to call them on the phone or text them and say, hey, I forgive you because I thought you made me do this. You can sit there and write a letter to the person saying, I forgive you. But more importantly, you need to forgive yourself for placing blame on them, for being mad about them. But at the end of the day, here we go with the tripod turning. At the end of the day, you always need to remember it was your choice. And once you accept that fact, like I said, you will find freedom, because you won't feel like you made the wrong choice. You won't feel like you've missed out. Everything has happened for a reason. All right. You just need to accept that. Take some time, meditate, work on that root chakra, work on the sacral chakra. And when these feelings come up, really take some time and really acknowledge the feeling, but acknowledge and understand that it was your choice. All right? I'll see you at the Reiki Hug. Excuse me. All right, let's see what your shadow message is if you chose the middle card. I'm sorry, it's hard to read through the camera. Is this me? Well, we've got a half-naked lady, which that symbolizes, nakedness symbolizes, showing your true self. So that kind of is like throat chakra, being your authentic self, bearing who you truly are. And this card is about acceptance. The universe with this card, is this me, is saying, can you even recognize yourself? Are you being your authentic self? Or maybe it's, do you like what you see? Whatever the case is with this is definitely throat chakra. You are not being your authentic self. Whether you're trying to put on fronts to have people like you, or to be accepted, or to feel like you fit in. If people don't like you for who you are, then to heck with them. Pack sand. Don't ever not be yourself. Because then what happens when you start putting on fronts and being fake, like I said, you don't even recognize yourself anymore. And then if you really reflect on yourself, do you like the person you are? I mean, I can remember like in high school, I was one, even though I was like in the nerd clique, I had friends in the other cliques as well. And I had this one friend, she was in another clique, and she didn't like another girl in like another clique. So anyway, she would pick on her. And to make sure that this person liked me, I would pick on that person too. And as an adult, that always bothered me because that other person and it wasn't like I was constantly bullying them like person number one was. Person number one was a definite bully. I just wanted them to like me. So, of course, kids, and it's horrible that we're that way, will do that. So, thankfully, I got an opportunity as an adult to reach out to that person. And I told him, I said, I don't expect you to be my friend. I don't expect you to forgive me. But I just wanted to say to you that I am so sorry for being mean to you and the things that I said. And the person actually forgave me, and we are friends now. Isn't that incredible? And it was nothing to her. She's like, oh, whatever. She goes, we were just kids. And I was like, yeah, but it always bothered me, and you didn't deserve that. And you were always nice to me, and I did like you. And I wasn't confident in myself to say that. Okay. So anyway, and I'm not trying to make this about me, but the point is that when you do things like that, and then you kind of reflect on yourself, that wasn't me. So that's the same thing I'm saying is whatever it is that you're doing, if you don't like what you see, and if you can't recognize yourself when you're with other people, then why? The choices that you make in your life are your responsibility. If people don't like you for who you are, like I said, let them pack sand. And on the other hand, if you do it because, I don't want to get hurt, and you don't open yourself up to people, the real you, then first of all, the people that know you don't really know you. It's a facade. And do you really want to go through life being a facade, a fake, a liar? And I'm not calling you a liar, but you know what I'm getting at. We all do it. We've all done it. But there's a point in your life where if it's out of control, you got to remember, I'm going to put this card down. You are a beautiful soul. You're a beautiful human. And yes, I don't know you. I've never seen you, but I know that you're a beautiful soul because we're all one. And if other people can't see the beauty in you, why do you want to be near them or with them or friends with them? Because I guarantee you they're not being fake. You're seeing the real them. And then why bring yourself down to that vibration? And then we have times where we'll sit there and, I do what I want. Excuse me. And I'm friends with who I want. And that's a facade too, because you're putting on this tough exterior when you're just doing that because you want people to think that, nobody can hurt me kind of thing. Life and friendships and relationships, any kind of relationships in life, we're going to be happy. We're going to be sad. We're going to get hurt. We're going to have good times. We're going to have bad times. And if people don't like you for who you are, then you need to maybe find a different set of people to hang out with. All right? So as far as this card goes, acceptance. Two things, if you're into crystals, definitely use some pink tourmaline. That's going to help you love yourself. It's going to allow you to be empathetic and compassionate towards yourself. But also use a throat chakra crystal. I would say something like you can use lapis lazuli, sapphire. If you have sapphire, that would be perfect. Um, and really focus on being your true, authentic self. Because again, life is too short, and if people don't like you for who you are, everybody's on different vibrational levels. And that's what happens when we're around people that suck, and then we want them to like us, and we take on their actions and their, personalities, and we get lowered to that vibration, and then we suck. Okay? And it might not be that extreme, but love yourself for who you are. I don't care if you are beautiful, if you consider, I hate to use the word beautiful and ugly, but if you're attractive, or what some people would call unattractive, if you're skinny or if you're fat, if you wear glasses or you don't, if you have acne or you don't, nice hair or nappy hair or great clothes, expensive clothes or poor, I don't care about any of that crap. And neither should you. And in this society, just, God, it teaches us, when you watch commercials, that you've got to be perfect and that people are only going to like you if you're the prettiest, if you're the smartest, if you're the skinniest, if you have the nicest materialistic stuff. And you know what? I don't know about you, but I am tired of living like that. And that is one of the things that I have worked on this year, that I don't care if people don't like me for what I look like or how I sound or what I believe in. You know what? I've lived too much of my life worrying about what other people think and trying to be what I think they think I should be. And the same with you. Don't do that to yourself. You are perfect the way you are. Now, does that mean that, if we're unhealthy, if we're overweight, that we shouldn't diet and exercise? No, that doesn't mean that we still shouldn't do those things, but it doesn't mean that we're any less of a person or any less beautiful because we're overweight. Or if you're somebody that smokes, it doesn't make you less of a person or a less beautiful soul. But yeah, you should stop smoking for health reasons. Be yourself. When you become and start learning to be yourself and accepting yourself for who you are and what you are, it opens up a whole new world to you. You feel like this weight has been lifted off your shoulders and this beautiful freedom in your life that you've never had. All right? Just be gentle with yourself. And, shadow work is baby steps, baby steps. But the first step is saying no more. People either love me for who I am or they can pack sand. All right? I hope this helps. And just please remember, when I say things like you're a beautiful soul, I'm telling you, I am not just saying that. I know you're a beautiful soul. And the reason why, as I said, we are all connected. We are all one. We come from one source. I don't care if you call it source, spirit, universe, God, whatever you want to call it. We are all one. So if I'm a beautiful soul, so are you. You just have to believe it now. All right? I will leave you with that. I will see you at the Reiki Hug. All right. Excuse me. Too much talking. You got the temple of my body. All right. This card is pretty much what it says. I mean, we've all heard that saying that my body is my temple. And it is, because it houses your soul. And this card is saying this is just an out and out You need to take care of your body. And, and I'll be the first one to admit, I know I need to. And, it's tough sometimes. It really is tough. For me, like diet and exercise, I used to love it. I loved exercise. Now it's like, ugh, trying to find time and all that. But anyway, I'm sorry. I don't want to make this about me. Your shadow work that the universe really feels you need to start working on is understanding that you're the temple of my body. As I said, it houses your soul in this incarnated life. If you are overweight, maybe you need to start focusing on, talking to your doctor about a diet and exercise plan. Or maybe if you've really been, diagnosed with a medical condition, heart problem, diabetes, high blood pressure, and that, you're supposed to, again, diet and exercise and lifestyle changes. Again, maybe it's time to talk to your doctor, sorry, and take those steps. Also, if you're not meditating, if you've got too much stress in your life, you need to cut out some of that stress. Maybe you need to go to therapy and have somebody to talk to about things. Maybe you're pushing a lot of things down inside. As I said, meditation is spiritual, that mind-body connection. This card is, like I said, this is, the other two that I had were a lot more deep and could be taken from several different angles, but this one is what it is. This is about taking care of your physical body because the soul needs you to take care of it. It is one. Your soul needs you to diet and exercise and to be healthy and, to get sleep, to drink water, to meditate, to not repress your emotions. It's time to look into taking care of the temple. And I know that's so much easier said than done. Trust me, I am there with you. But that is your shadow card. And there's really not a whole lot more that I can say about that. It's time to take the steps. So make sure if it's any kind of diet or exercise program that you speak with your physician first to make sure that you know what your limitations are and what you can and cannot do. Meditate. Meditating's easy. There's nothing you need for that. Nothing. Just a little bit of quiet time. Take care of your body. That's all I got to say about that. Sorry, y'all's isn't longer, but that one was pretty straightforward. All right, guys, we're going to do the Reiki Hug, and after this reading, I need heart chakra. So give me 1 second. I'm going to grab the heart bowl. Alrighty, go ahead and put those cell phones on silent if you haven't done so already. And then go ahead, close your eyes. Just focus on breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth naturally. And then starting at the top of your head, letting go of any stress and tension. Let's give that body a quick scan. Relaxing the brow, softening the jaw. Working your way down to your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your stomach, your hips, your knees, all the way down to your feet. Now this is your Reiki Hug, 2 minutes of distance healing for whatever you need right now at this moment. Go ahead and wiggle your fingers and your toes. Open your eyes when you're ready. Now remember, tarot is not fortune telling. The same with oracle, same thing when I say tarot. It is not fortune telling. You can always reject the reading and say, nope, I do not accept that. And that is quite okay. Remember, tarot and oracle are supposed to help guide you to be your optimal self. So with that being said, guys, go live your best life and do it the natural way. Namaste.